Hey everyone, welcome back to Car Flash, the only channel where the glossy brochure talk gets thrown out the window, and we hit you with the real story. No sugarcoating, no filters, and definitely no corporate handshakes behind the scenes. Today, we've got our hands on a compact SUV that's been shaking up the streets since its debut, and it just got a facelift that might make you do a double take. We're diving into the 2026 Kia Seltos. Buckle up. Exterior. Now, when you first lock eyes with the 2026 Seltos, you know this isn't just another mid-cycle refresh. Kia went to the drawing board and came back with sharper lines, a wider stance, and a front end that demands attention. The new grille is bold, flanked by slimmed-down LED DRLs that stretch across the nose, giving the Seltos a more aggressive, upscale vibe. That signature A-Tiger nose has evolved into something sharper and meaner. And those vertical fog lamps, they're tucked neatly into a redesigned bumper that looks muscular without going overboard. It's not trying to be something it's just flexing in its own lane. Swing around to the side and things stay sharp and edgy. The 2026 Seltos wears its body lines like tailored creases on a premium suit. The wheel arches are more pronounced now, housing redesigned 17, 18, or 19-inch alloys depending on the trim. And trust me, the larger wheels on the higher trims look downright premium. The roofline subtly tapers but still keeps that upright SUV posture, striking a balance between sporty and practical. Kia's also added some nice touches, like a floating roof effect with blacked-out pillars and new two-tone paint options that scream style without trying too hard. As we move to the rear, Kia finishes strong. The taillights are now full-width, connected by a sleek LED light bar that makes the Seltos instantly recognizable at night. The rear bumper gets more sculpting, and on higher trims, you get a faux skid plate that adds a dash of rugged appeal. It's not pretending to be an off-roader, but it's not afraid to look the part either. Even small touches, like the integrated spoiler and updated badging, give the rear a much-needed modern polish. The result, a compact SUV that doesn't just blend into traffic and holds your gaze as it pulls away. Interior. Step inside, and you're greeted with one of the best interiors in this Class A period. Kia's been stepping up their cabin game, and the 2026 Seltos is proof they're not playing around. The layout is clean, horizontal, and high-tech. Dominating the dash is a curved dual display setup that merges a 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster with a 10.25-inch infotainment screen, now both crisp, responsive, and finally fully integrated with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. About time, Kia. There's ambient lighting that actually feels useful and stylish, especially in the X line and SX trims, and customizable themes that add personality. The materials, surprisingly premium for this segment. Soft touch surfaces where it matters, contrast stitching, and even quilted leather seats on the top trims. It doesn't feel like an entry-level SUV, especially when you notice details like the knurled knobs, metal effect trims, and piano black panels. Rear seat space is solid to enough legroom for average-sized adults, and the reclining rear seat backs are a small but very welcome touch. Plus, the cargo area offers up to 26.6 cubic feet with the seats up, which is great for road trips or weekly hauls. Practicality, check. When it comes to performance, the 2026 Kia Seltos sticks with the proven Formula with a few important tweaks. Base models come with a 2.0-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 making 147 horsepower and 132 pounds-feet of torque, mated to a CVT that's fine. It'll get the job done for daily commutes and light cruising. But the real fun starts when you move up to the 1.6-liter turbocharged inline-4. That engine now delivers 195 horsepower and a punchier 195 pounds-feet of torque, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission that replaces the outgoing 7-speed dual clutch. And let me tell you, this was the right move. Smoother shifts, quicker response, and none of that laggy, confused feel we got with the old DCT. The Seltos isn't a hot hatch in SUV clothing, but with the turbo engine, it feels lively. Merging onto highways is easy, overtaking doesn't require planning 5 minutes in advance, and there's enough torque to give you that satisfying push when you hit the throttle. The suspension is tuned for comfort more than sport, but it still feels composed in corners. There's a bit of body roll, sure, but it's predictable. And thanks to the available all-wheel drive, it holds its line even on rain-slicked roads. Don't expect WRX-like grip, but you'll feel confident, and that's what matters. Now let's talk features, because the 2026 Seltos is loaded. Even base trims get a decent list: touchscreen infotainment, LED headlights, rear-view camera, and keyless entry. But go a step up, and you unlock wireless charging, adaptive cruise control with stop-and-go, blind spot monitoring, a surround-view camera system, and Kia's excellent highway driving assist, which combines adaptive cruise and lane centering. It's not full autonomy, but for highway trips, it's a stress saver. As for pricing, the 2026 Seltos still delivers strong value. The base LX trim starts around $25,000, which undercuts many competitors. The mid-level S and X trims, depending on drivetrain, land around the $27,000 to $29,000 range. The X line, with its rugged looks and standard AWD, pushes closer to $30,000, while the top-tier SX Turbo trim goes north of $32,000. Bet it's packed to the roof with tech, premium finishes, and the turbo engine. For what you get, the price-to-feature ratio is still one of the best in the compact SUV segment. Fuel economy is decent, too, with the base engine delivering around 28 miles per gallon city, 34 highway, and the turbo AWD variant coming in closer to 25 city, 30 highway. It's not going to win hypermiling contests, but it's efficient enough to keep your fuel budget under control. So, what's the final verdict on the 2026 Kia Seltos? It's more refined, more high-tech, and more visually striking than ever before. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It just gets the job done with confidence and style. For daily drivers who want compact SUV practicality without the boredom, this thing delivers. It's not trying to be edgy, but somehow ends up being exactly that: sharp in the right places, smooth where it counts, and still very much a Kia underneath, which means value, reliability, and a strong warranty. If you're shopping in this segment and haven't looked at the Seltos, you're missing out. And if you've dismissed it before as just another Kia, you seriously need to give this 2026 version another look. It's not flashy for the sake of flash. It's confident, it's capable, and it's carved out its own identity in a sea of try-hard crossovers. That's all for today's Car Flash review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the new Seltos, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Say, would you pick this over something like the Honda HR-V or Toyota Corolla Cross? Or is the turbocharged Seltos finally the fun-to-drive small SUV you've been waiting for? This is Car Flash, where the truth is always in gear, and the only thing we steer clear of is the fluff. Catch you in the next one.